Streaming live across the country, tackling the topics everyone is talking about online. Share, engage, and interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
What day is it, everyone? It is hump day because it is Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week. Can you believe it? You made it. I made it. We're here. It's August 19th. I'm Hillary Hunt, and this is Newsfeed Now, a show where we are going to take a look at all the stories creating a buzz on social media, and we got a packed show for you today. But let's start with this. A young woman back on dry land after being rescued from rapids in House Springs, Missouri. Check this out. The whole thing caught on camera. Firefighters say they received a call about a swimmer in distress. They later found a woman stranded on the rocks. Rescuers used some rope for safety as they worked towards her and then pulled her into the boat. You see it right there. Emergency officials received 3 rescue calls near that same spot in June. And if you are a Netflixer like me, you are paying attention to this. The Oklahoma Zoo from Tiger King, the documentary, announced it's closing to the public after its federal animal exhibit license was suspended. The USDA says it suspended the license at the Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park and its now owner, Jeffrey Lowe, on Monday. An inspection found that multiple animals violated welfare, including several repeat violations. Lowe and the previous owner, Joe Exotic, were among the characters in the Netflix hit show Tiger King: Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. A post to the park's Facebook page said the park will be, for the foreseeable future, a private film set for Tiger King related content. Does that mean we're going to get some more episodes? Because I am antsy about that. It also said animal rights groups pressured the USDA to unfairly shut them down. Let's talk some politics. It's official. Joe Biden is the Democratic nominee for 46th President of the United States. Some of his predecessors made their case to voters at the Democratic National Convention about why Biden should occupy the Oval Office for president. Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor has more.
In night 2 of the Democratic National Convention, America's 42nd president took the 45th to task.
If you want a president who defines the job as spending hours a day watching TV and zapping people on social media, he's your man.
Former President Bill Clinton then turned his criticism to President Trump's handling of the coronavirus pandemic.
Only when COVID exploded in even more states did he encourage people to wear masks. By then, many more were dying. When asked about the surge in deaths, he shrugged and said, "It is what it is." But did it have to be this way? No.
Clinton also pointed to President Trump's divisiveness and argued Joe Biden can unite the country.
It's Trump's us versus them America against Joe Biden's America, where we all live and work together. It's a clear choice.
The 39th president agreed with Clinton.
Joe Biden must be our next president.
Former President Jimmy Carter called Biden the right person for this moment in our nation's history.
Joe has the experience, character, and decency to bring us together and restore America's greatness.
We'll now proceed to a roll call by states.
The DNC's first virtual delegate count took viewers live to all 57 states and territories.
The great state of Alabama cast 52 votes for our next president of these United States,
making Biden's presidential nomination official.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
So, Jesse, a big night for Democrats. We're going to bring Jesse in from Washington. A big night for Democrats. The decision finally in. I mean, the decision everyone knew was going to happen. But it was really cool, I got to say, how they did that virtual roll call.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that everyone is talking about from last night. While all of us have been stuck at home really since March due to the coronavirus pandemic, it was really cool to be able to go on this virtual road trip of sorts across the country. And so I think while a lot of people have been saying even before the DNC started that conventions will essentially never look the same, last night definitely made the case for why the typical roll call that happens during these, where they go around the huge convention, and everybody still has, their state markers. They made the case definitely last night about why this should stick around for conventions to come, because it really was cool, and I think got a lot of people excited kind of more about the process as well.
And it showed some awesome landmarks, too, from every state. You saw Alabama in front of the Edmund Pettus Bridge. So, really bringing attention to what makes those states so important, in the process of voting and the history that they have been a part of.
Most definitely. And even though it is so exciting to go around, this huge convention or arena and, have the states say the same thing that they did last night, it definitely was cooler to see these people in their states and what makes them so important to the rest of the country. And when Joe Biden did become the official nominee, there were balloons around him. There wasn't the typical balloon drop, the iconic balloon drop that you would see. There was silly string, though, from his grandkids.
I know, I saw he kept the party small because, we are amid a pandemic. He followed the rules, but I did love how the grandkids were in there and they were shooting off the confetti. That was a pretty cool touch there.
Yeah, most definitely. And something else that people are talking about, too, is that, we heard from previous presidents and why, President Trump should not occupy the Oval Office for a second term, and Joe Biden should get his shot. What's interesting is that some people are critiquing that, saying that, they're really pulling all of these politicians from Joe Biden's past and looking at the Democratic Party from that standpoint instead of looking at it from the future. And so that could have just been, a setup for what we're going to hear tonight, though. And there's a big lineup tonight as well.
I was going to say, looking forward to the future tonight. Do you know who's in that lineup? What do we know right now? What can people look forward to for tonight?
Yeah, one of the most anticipated speeches is going to be an historic speech, and that's from VP nominee Kamala Harris. So we're going to be hearing from her. We're going to be hearing from another former president, Barack Obama. He's going to be making a hard case for Biden about what he was able to do as vice president and what he'll be able to do even more now as president for the country these next 4 years. We're also going to be hearing from other notable presidential candidates like Hillary Clinton and Senator Elizabeth Warren. And we'll also be hearing from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jesse Tenner, live from Washington for us. Well, let's talk some shopping. If you're at home during the pandemic, you are probably maybe a shopaholic like me. And sales at Target really booming amid the pandemic. The retailer says today sales at its stores that have been open for at least 1 year grew more than 24% between May and July. That marks the strongest quarterly sale growth in Target history. Of course, as you can imagine, online delivery and curbside pickup, a huge highlight for the company, rising 195% during the quarter. Big box chains like Target and Walmart have thrived during this pandemic. They were deemed essential retailers and stayed open to offer groceries, household essentials, clothes, and other merchandise. And speaking of, shopping while you're home during the pandemic, you're probably Netflixing too. If you're like me, you're lazy, and sometimes you don't want to have to look for what to watch on Netflix, but your help is here. You can now let Netflix stream titles at random with the new Shuffle Play feature the company is testing, like automatically kind of curating a list of so-called For You titles, and the Shuffle Play picks a content based on your viewing history or your playlist, but the new feature actually goes a step further and plays the selection. You don't have to scroll through, and then if you don't like it, all you got to do is skip ahead to the next title. The streaming service built the feature for indecisive viewers who don't quite know what they want to watch. I've been there. I get it. Well, the U.S. Postal Service is caught in the middle of all of this political drama. The independent agency is accused of making changes that could impact mail-in voting during the pandemic. John Lornick reports.
The U.S. Postal Service pausing changes that have slowed mail delivery, such as removing sorting machines and cutting overtime. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy says they'll be put on hold until after the 2020 election.
Not good enough. Not even close. And so I will not rest, and we will not stop in our legal efforts. This case is going forward.
Numerous states say they are planning to file federal lawsuits aimed at reversing the recent changes. DeJoy, a supporter and ally of the president, says he was trying to boost the struggling Postal Service's bottom line.
The post office is running as well as it has in a long time.
But some Democratic leaders accuse the USPS of undermining mail-in voting, which President Trump has frequently blasted.
The Democrats want to make it a political issue. It's not a political issue. It's really about a correct vote.
In addition to concerns about voting by mail, some say the operational changes have hindered mail delivery.
The United States Postal Service should not be politicized. People rely on it for medication, for important documents.
50% of the world's mail is sent through this institution, the U.S. Postal Service. And we are getting our posts slowed down because of things that are going on because of politics.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Okay, let's talk about the Earth. The growing dent in the Earth's magnetic field could impact satellites and spacecrafts. The spot is called the South Atlantic Anomaly and is being monitored by NASA. The magnetic field acts like a shield protecting the Earth from solar winds, which comes with particles in rotation. But according to the space agency, the dent is allowing those particles to get closer than ever before, and it could have a negative effect as satellites pass through the area, knocking out their computer and interference with data collection. The scientists are also monitoring how the South Atlantic anomaly could affect our atmosphere. At least for now, NASA says it won't affect us here on Earth. Well, what on earth am I thinking about? The pumpkin spice latte, but it's not that season yet. Starbucks wants you to feel tropical and cheery at the end of the summer. Check this out. It's adding 2 new tropical drinks to the menu permanently after what they called a successful launch in Canada earlier this summer. That looks good. The Kiwi Starfruit Starbucks Refresher combines starfruit flavored juice with real pieces of kiwi, and it's hand shaken, taking you to the tropical islands since we can't really travel right now because of the pandemic. And before we go, I'm starting to think that this is targeted at me. Giraffe Woman is the title of this. Sadness, worry, fear. That's what one woman saw on the face of fellow grocery shoppers amid this global pandemic in Texas, but she wanted to bring some cheer. That's when last year's Halloween costume came to mind. Then people started seeing a unique sight after her local H-E-B, a giraffe wandering the aisles. A viral video shows her wearing the large inflatable giraffe costume and stopping to smell the flowers in the grocery store floral department. She says people stopped, took some pictures, and thanked her for putting a smile on their face. I love that. You know, I've seen people do it with the dinosaur costumes. I got to get one of those so I can put a smile on some people's faces because it's Wednesday. I'm smiling because you guys joined us today. Thanks so much for joining us for Newsfeed Now. We're going to be back here tomorrow, Thursday, same place, same time. We're so much closer to the weekend. Have a great day, guys.